Okay. Look, so this is gonna be 10 games that Nintendo needs to make before 2030. Because trust me, right now it's been a little bit dry. A little bit dry though, you know what I'm saying? And trust me when I say this too. If Nintendo can make these IPs or these games pop back up again, I swear to you on everything. And just on gaming in general. Nintendo will put the game on lock for at least for the next 25 years. If we just get these games. And that's facts right there. Okay. For number one, we need a brand new Star Fox game. We need a definitely need a brand new Star Fox game. And I ain't talking about no type of like just flying around, you know what I'm saying, like in the R Wing all day type joint. We need a game that's like Star Fox Assault, but like part two, right? Ever since Star Fox Zero did come out back in what like 2016, that was kind of like the bun or like the reset button that we needed for the series. But it was the gameplay though, you know what I'm saying? The whole gamepad and screen joint. It really wasn't all that though. But since that was kind of like the reboot for the series, we need another Star Fox game that's like dope as hell, like Star Fox Assault. In my personal opinion, I think Star Fox Assault is the best Star Fox game. It has everything else they want, combat, on foot, all that stuff. R Wing, Landmaster, that joint is fun, and the story is unique and it's original. It's not the same old Andros, that, the same old, the same old plot. You know what I'm saying? Think about this though. Star Fox has had the same plot since the very first game, 64, the 3DS, and the Wii U. And there's four games damn near with the same plot. There's damn near four games. So if they can make a brand new Star Fox game where they can have a little bit more of that assault like gameplay, but with a fresh brand new story and more planets to go through, right? Like just imagine like each planet you have like a kind of like a R wing path, a landmaster path, an on foot path, or like something else type path, right? Just imagine it though, right? Or imagine if you can go to like different galaxies, you know what I'm saying? So you have the Lilac system, some other system, this system, that system. Can you just imagine that though? You know what I'm saying? If there was more levels that was like that within the next Star Fox game, and can you also imagine though, right? If Star Fox actually had an online, bro, with like 8 players, 4 players, you know what I'm saying, on foot, R wing, landmaster, whatever. Just imagine the assault local multiplayer for like an online joint, but in today's types of gameplay and graphics. Can you just imagine that though? I could definitely imagine though. I could definitely imagine though. I said just me myself. I feel like if if Nintendo can make a whole Star Fox game that really has a lot more stuff to it, 'cause I feel like Zero really wasn't. It was decent though, but it didn't have enough, like content. You know what I'm saying, for you to like to go back to like constantly though, right? It to me, in my personal opinion, it tried to be too much, just like 64. It just they had a little paths and do this, do that, but it just needed more stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of a little bit disappointing though. But for this next Star Fox game, I need them. I need Nintendo just to do a little bit more, have a little bit more replayability, have more extra unlockable content, talking weapons, this, that, you know what I'm saying? Just different stuff in the game, you know what I'm saying? So the game could be fun, extra modes besides just going like on the story mode or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Having like some type of mini games or, like extra content modes, you know what I'm saying? Like something similar to like I say like Kid Icarus Uprising, you know what I'm saying? It had like multiple stuff into it though. But I don't know. I just noticed those that if there can be like a Star Fox game that's similar to Assault, more stuff to it with the online multiplayer, it's gonna sell numbers. With a fresh, brand new story, since the series is now in a reboot, phase, then boom. So you know what I'm saying. So I mean, that's an easy money maker right there. So and that's just facts. For number two is Kid Icarus Uprising. Now, to be honest though, look, this game itself has to be one of the most underrated masterpieces in gaming history. The only reason why I say it's underrated is because it's on a 3DS though, right? But if you just see how like the game looks, how the gameplay is, how addicting it is, how just there's so many things to do in this game itself. It shows how much of a mastermind Masahiro Sakurai really is. And I feel like that Sakurai's his his genius needs to be spread out among more Nintendo IPs, man. Because what he did with Kid Icarus was phenomenal to the point where like that's his game now. I don't know who made the first Kid Icarus, but when Sakurai touched Kid Icarus or made it his own thing, that's his game. That's his game for sure. Um, that game is like legit like my third favorite game of all time. It's my third favorite game of all time, man. That game is amazing. That's one of Nintendo's best games ever made. Like just out of one game, that's up there. And it's so damn sad that no one actually brings up of of it being one of the best games that Nintendo has ever made though, right? You know what I'm saying? It's very strange to me. But the fact is though that game itself is just a hella addicting. Like the story is nice, the the dialogue, the stages, uh man, everything about this game is just damn near perfect. But the reason why I say this game should come back is they should come back with it with the remake though for the Switch or for like the Switch 2. Now, the reason why I say this though, right, is because the one thing about Kid Icarus Uprising, the reason why it didn't get like all that attention is because of the controls, right? The controls of the game, if you're right-handed, then it's fine though, right? But then if you had like the original 3DS, kind of like how I did, if your hands get big, it's gonna kind of make your hands a little crampy if you play more than like 3 hours, right? You know what I'm saying? So if they could put it on Switch, you can finally use that C stick or hell, even use the gyro controls, right? Because think about this though too, right? Splatoon got the same thing, right? We use a C stick or use those motion controls, right? So why not have it with Kid Icarus? It's possible though. It's like it's physically possible, and I feel like this game definitely needs a remake because a lot of people sleep on this game. Just having a remake will give Nintendo so much more money. Plus the online multiplayer. Plus if they add even an extra little bit more modes, more weapons, more powers, more items, and all that stuff. Yeah, even more game modes. I feel like if they really can do this within that remake, the Kid Icarus Uprising as a remake would just make Nintendo a whole bunch of money. Matter of fact, if they really, really, really wanted to, right? If and they really did that remake, it will likely give a chance for them to greenlight a Kid Icarus Uprising Part 2. Even though that Kid Icarus Uprising is perfect within itself, where it doesn't even need, like a Part 2, but it's the same way, just like with Zelda, right? Zelda Breath of the Wild was such a perfect game, it didn't really need a Part 2. But since they had so much extra DLC content from Breath of the Wild, they decided to make a whole nother game off of Breath of the Wild. So I feel like with Kid Icarus can take that same route. If they make just a remake of this game, we can most likely get another sequel to Kid Icarus Uprising. So trust me when I say this though, the game itself is amazing. It's just give the game some good controls for everybody, you know what I'm saying? By having that C stick and the motion controls. And then trust me when I say this, it's gonna make it bank and guap. Trust me. Trust me, Nintendo. And trust me, gamers. If this gets a remake, this might be contender for game of the year. Even though it's just a remake, but it's gotta be up there. It's gotta be up there. This game is hella addicting. It's hella cold. Um, it's too damn raw. Okay, okay, okay. For number three is Fzero. Now we desperately need a brand new Fzero game, man. Look, it's been years though, right? But at the same time though, does Nintendo really need another racing IP? Because think about it, isn't Mario Kart already, like taking like all you know? If you think about this though, right? Why do we need a brand new Fzero? That's a good question. Um, So I feel like Captain Falcon is too iconic to not have his own game, right? Captain Falcon is more iconic in Smash Brothers than he is in his own game. That's crazy though, right? But if you think about this up in Smash Brothers, right? Captain Falcon is known to be a fighter and a brawler. So I feel like F-Zero should be something different. I feel like F-Zero should maybe be like an open world, type of GTA style type game, right? You know what I'm saying? Or I feel like if they can add a mix of an open world game with like Yakuza type of gameplay with Captain Falcon, you know what I'm saying, where you can, like go around like the city or like whatever city or like whatever planet, and then he can like do, like his bounty hunting skills, combat, just like Yakuza, and then maybe even on the side he can actually do some races and stuff. I feel like that would be cold. I feel like just deep down, that would be raw as hell. That would be raw. I mean, just think about it. Like the image of Captain Falcon itself, that can make Nintendo so much money, and it would just be like a gamer's, or I guess you could say it, a Nintendo fan's wet dream just to have a Captain Falcon like just be back in the video game. That's his own game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the only one who can really do this maybe is like Sakurai, because you think about it though, right? Sakurai, he understands most of these IPs that comes from Nintendo. If anybody in Nintendo or even Sakurai gets his hands on, just maybe has like an idea of making a new F-Zero, but not just all racing, just like something new and different, something that we ain't seen before, like an open world game. You know what I'm saying? It's like just like kind of like GTA with a little bit of Yakuza. Just imagine that. Just imagine that though. You know what I'm saying? Or hell, even like kind of like a beat 'em up. You know what I'm saying? Just like something different. You know what I'm saying? Or hell, even better yet, I know this is gonna sound crazy when I say this, but an F-Zero game that's like seafood, but Captain Falcon's just you just whooping ass and shit. So I don't know. I just feel like Captain Falcon needs a game. I don't care if it's F-Zero. I don't care if it's his own game where he's just like whooping people and all that stuff. But I feel like just him himself as a character needs that respect from Nintendo to have his very own game, and he needs to come back though, because if he came back, the whole world's gonna watch and buy his game. And trust me when I say that. And that right there is facts. Okay, 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 okay. Next up is Earthbound. Now, look, I understand that a lot of people want that Mother 3, right? They want that Mother 3, though. I get it, though, too. Look, and I know at this point it may never happen, though. But I do feel like, though, what they should do is try to remake all of the Mother games and put it into that Link's Awakening type style, right? You know what I'm saying? With like all the characters, like all clay and all that stuff. Because think about it, though, right? Wasn't Ness's models, I think like back from like the old school games wasn't like all like clay models and all that extra stuff. So I feel like if they can bring that back or have that type of graphic style for all of the Mother games in a remake, that'd be perfect. Especially Mother 3. Come on, Nintendo, you know what I'm saying? Just bring out Mother 3, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not on no E3 2014 stuff, right? But listen to that dude who said we need Mother 3 back, man. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Reggie, give us Mother 3! How about this instead?
Come on, bro. We just need Mother 3 to come back and remake all the Mother games to that high creepy style. Cause I'm so damn confused. Why did they remake Link's Awakening? I mean, it makes sense though, right? You know what I'm saying? It's a Zelda game, but that's a game that most other fans didn't really ask for to have as a remake. But at the same time, though, like I said, I'd rather see Mother and Earthbound, or like whatever like y'all want to call it, into that style that they did for Link's Awakening. That's all I'm saying. I'd rather see that style be on Earthbound and Mother. And even if so, I'd rather see just brand new Earthbound game. I'd rather see just maybe like a remake if they can remake all the games in one, put like a 3-in-1 package, and then make a brand new Earthbound game. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much like what I'm trying to say though, right? Is that if Nintendo can make a 3-in-1 package of a remake of all the Earthbound games and add into that clay-like style that is in that Link's Awakening game, right? And then once it gets all the attention that it can get, then eventually they can maybe greenlight a brand new Earthbound game. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, but definitely for sure, I feel like Ness and Lucas, and I think the other first dude, like whatever his name was, but the fact is that Ness and Lucas needs their attention, and I feel like for Nintendo, y'all gotta give them that attention. I mean, these characters are popular in Smash Brothers. Like they're highly popular. Everybody knows these characters for damn near over 20 years. So bring back their games, bro, and just remake the games in a high quality, crispy, great looking game. Because the gameplay of these games is already dope. I play Earthbound; it's a dope game. But just imagine it with like modern day graphics. But even though I say the graphics don't matter, but I feel like Earthbound and Mother 3 and the whole series just in general needs that love and appreciation. Because I feel like a lot of people will buy this game. Because if you think about it too, didn't Undertale get all of its appreciation from Earthbound? So literally a whole nother gaming IP that got inspired from Nintendo's IP, got all the love and attention, but the original IP itself can't get no love and attention? Come on, man. But I'm gonna say this though, if they can bring it out before 2030, gaming, gaming, gaming fans itself are gonna look and they're gonna buy it. Absolutely. Come on now. I mean, it's Earthbound. Everybody gonna buy it, or at least gonna put the radar on it, and that's true though. Trust me, and that's facts right there. Okay, okay, okay. For number five, Donkey Kong. So I know that for Nintendo is gonna make a three Donkey Kong eventually though, right? But I feel like they're just holding back a little bit though, right? Which is just kind of crazy though, right? Because like, why would they remake Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Switch? After seeing that E3, why they do that though? Why would they do that? I mean, it make like I said on paper, it does make sense though. It does make sense, but we want to see a brand new Donkey Kong game, 3D, just like how they did with Mario Odyssey. Think about it though, right? Ever since the Mario movie, you had all the iconic Mario characters plus Donkey Kong. Y'all gave Peach a game, you gave Luigi a game. Then Mario get his own game? But where's Donkey Kong? Give him a game, man. Give him a 3D game. Stop honing on Donkey Kong. Give him a 3D game that we all want. It's been years. Come on, Nintendo, ain't that hard, man? Look, people's heads will turn in excitement if you get Donkey Kong a 3D game. So yeah, man, come on, bro. Plus with the Joy Cons, though, imagine if you trying to like not on no what's the game on the GameCube was we had to use on like the bongos. So I'm not saying that they should make a game like with the bongos and stuff, but imagine with the Joy Cons you playing with a Donkey Kong game, you know what I'm saying, and you can shake the Joy Cons, and punch it, you know what I'm saying. I mean, maybe though, right? That's a big what if, but or just make like a normal platforming game that's 3D, and that's with Donkey Kong. That's what I'm saying. If that can happen, then yeah, man, everybody will buy it though, right? Especially if it has a lot of stuff to unlock, like in Mario Odyssey. Everybody's gonna buy the game, bro. Everybody's gonna buy the game. Trust me, because we've been waiting for a 3D Donkey Kong game for years. Everybody's gonna turn their heads to that game, and that's just facts right there. Okay, okay, okay. For number six is Fire Emblem. Now, I know that for Nintendo lately has been going crazy with Fire Emblem, but here's just one thing about Fire Emblem. We need Fire Emblem Heroes to be on the Switch. That's all I'm saying. Now I understand like it's making a whole bunch of money off the phone, and that game is addicting on the phone. Trust me. But the concept of Fire Emblem Heroes itself is so cold. Why is it not on the Switch? Because at the same time, all we want is a game. We add all the Fire Emblem characters together into one game, and it's on the phone. Just think about that though for a second, right? So if I play Awakening, Fates, or even Three Houses, right? All of them are great games. But at the same time, though, why is there not a Fire Emblem game where we have all the characters together in one console game? It's only on the phone. Like I said, this game itself that is Fire Emblem Heroes is on the phone. Just imagine if they can, I don't know, maybe like transport this and put it on the Switch with the Switch graphics. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with all the model, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Just have everything that's in Heroes put on the Switch because this is what we really need. This is what, as me as a guy who's really intrigued into the series really wants. As a guy who grew up off of Smash Bros, right? Smash Bros had all the Fire Emblem heroes together. So it's kind of weird, if I play Awakening Fates that these guys aren't really like all together, right? Or if I played Ice games, you know what I'm saying? It's just Ike, but no Martha and no Roy. Heroes does all the fantasies that we want from a Fire Emblem game. Like I said, it's perfect for the iPhone, right? But I really, 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 really want this game to be on the Switch. Like I said, it's doing well on the phone, but just imagine on the Switch though. You know what I'm saying? That will sell money, it'll sell numbers, even extra money. Get the concept of heroes and make it into another game for the Switch. Where you have all the characters together and maybe there's like a different story or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe though, right? You know what I'm saying? But or what they could do, right, is maybe remake all of Ice games and put on the Switch. That would be pretty cool too, because Ike is an icon in Smash Bros, right? Or hell, maybe get get Marth's games and put all that on Switch. But I think it's on Switch already. I don't know for sure, but But just in my personal opinion, though, I feel like the concept of Fire Emblem Heroes is so cold. They should make it into a game for the Switch, and even remake all of Ice games and put it on the Switch. And hell, even do this though, right? Put all of the 3DS games for Fire Emblem and put them on Switch. Because ever since they remade Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, and put it on Switch, I feel like any other 3DS game could get the same treatment, and you could put it on Switch. Because I guess right now, you know what I'm saying, the 3DS is kind of dead. So if they really want to bring back like a couple games from the 3DS that was kind of a little bit slept on, or games that people want to be put on Switch, they should do it with Fire Emblem and Kid Icarus and even Super Mario 3D Land because that game is cool. I actually like that better in World. So that's just my personal opinion right there. And I feel like Fire Emblem Heroes is a cool game that every person I think who wants to get into Fire Emblem, wants that as a game. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, it's cold as a like iPhone game, but if it was just a game on the Switch with that concept, shit, man, it'd be colder, even way colder. And that's fast right there. Okay. For number 7 is Punch Out. Okay, this is a game that definitely needs to come back though, right? It's crazy how long there's been a gap between every single Punch Out game, right? We had one from the 80s, 90s. Well, I think like 2009, and then again, and then that's pretty much it though, right? You know what I'm saying? It's been a very very long time since Punch Out has got its shine. It's crazy though, because like I said, you have Little Mac who's in Smash Brothers, who's damn near iconic. Anybody who's in Smash Brothers, damn near is an icon to a lot of people. Because guess what? Everyone's gonna grab Smash Brothers, right? If you have any form of a Nintendo system, you're gonna grab Smash Brothers, and then you can go to characters. Then you're gonna be intrigued by these characters and where they come from. And for Little Mac itself, is probably one of the coldest Nintendo characters out there, right? He's a boxer. He's a straight up knuckle brawl, bear beat your ass type character, and he's little. He's whooping. Look, he's whooping niggas that's twice his size. Yeah, it's cold, man. Come on now. But the fact is though is that it's crazy how they made Arms instead of a new Punch Out, right? Even though Arms, like I said, I can't hate on Arms. It's a cool little game, but that was a missed opportunity to bring back Little Mac and Doc and all the extra characters. You know what I'm saying? So if Nintendo can make a brand new Punch Out, have a little bit more characters to it, you know what I'm saying, and more extra content with the online multiplayer, that'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? Or if the gameplay can maybe kind of change. I don't know if they want to change it up. Like from like the Wii version. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if they made a brand new Punch Out, it would definitely bring numbers. Or maybe if they can remake Punch Out from the Wii and bring it to the Switch, it will bring numbers. But I feel like the series has been really slept on the last couple of years. I feel like they kind of forgot about the series. But if they can bring it back, it'll bring numbers. They'll bring numbers and views and all that stuff. And that's facts right there. Okay. For number 8, 9, and 10, yes, I'm doing 3 and 1. Is Ice Climbers, Rob, and Mr. Game and Watch. Now, like I said, I'm mostly doing characters that come straight out of from Smash Brothers, right? You know what I'm saying? Uh, I feel like Ice Climbers really does need to come back though, right? You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody knows these characters from Smash Brothers. But I feel like maybe a Sakurai can do his charm and or somebody from Nintendo, if they can do the charm and, well, gratify Ice Climbers and make it to like a brand new game, they'll be really addicted though. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Because I think the reason why I had this idea the reason why I had this idea for Ice Climbers to make a comeback though, right? Because I saw this one game. It was called It Takes Two. It reminded me just like Ice Climbers, even though it doesn't really take like two players and like to play the game though. But I feel like if they can maybe add that concept like optionally, which they probably will though. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is though is that I saw that game and I immediately thought of Ice Climbers. It's kind of sad how Ice Climbers doesn't have its own little tiny game, since like the '80s. I feel like this game really should come back though, right? I feel like they can bring a lot more to like the platforming genre. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's just I do feel like Ice Climbers could make like a fire ass game. So I mean, if you just look at this though, right? Sakurai turned Kid Icarus into an amazing franchise and amazing game. If he could touch Ice Climbers, he could make that into an amazing franchise and into an amazing game. If he wanted to. But I feel like someone from Nintendo has got to definitely do this though, because I feel like Ice Climbers definitely needs that love and appreciation. Now I know Rob, was just a toy and all that stuff, right? But I feel like they can do a little bit more. Rob, Rob is iconic within Super Smash Brothers. So why not give him, like his own game? I mean, think about it. He was definitely an important figure within Smash Brawl. So he definitely has some story to him. I feel like if they can make a game where if you like build things with Rob or like do something like that, you know what I'm saying, or just grab some of the concepts from the game that he was in and put it into like a brand new game, you know what I'm saying, not like like a big old game, but just bring back him as a character and have a game for him. Like that's not too big, but like not too small either. I feel like go turn heads. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Rob gets needs that attention and that love that he deserves. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's gonna buy it though. I mean, come on, man, it's Rob. It's Big Rob. Come on, man, it's Big Rob. You know what I'm saying? Next is Miss Game and Watch. Now I do realize, what I'm saying, is it possible to bring it back? I mean, you could bring it back though. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about this, though, right? Wario's entire game is based off of mini games. Mr. Game and Watch, he's based off what? Doing some mini games. I don't know if they want to bring him back through like a phone game. I feel like the Mr. Game and Watch could be brought back through like a app, through like a phone game. Mr. Game and Watch can be brought back through a phone game or hell, even a system game. You know what I'm saying? Think about this though, right? You have WarioWare and Mario Party, right? Full of all these mini games. So why not have Mr. Game Watch have his own little game that's full of what? Mini games. They could definitely bring it back, you know what I'm saying? Because look, if you play Smash Bros. Or if you own a Switch, you definitely have Smash Brothers, you definitely know Mr. Game and Watch. So if they want to really bring it back, they could bring it back by having, some mini games from Mr. Game and Watch. Correct? Actually, matter of fact, you know what? Let's add Duck Hunt to the list too, because Duck Hunt needs a brand new game too. You know what I'm saying? Because why not? Right? You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be 11 games that Nintendo needs to bring up until maybe like 2030. Or if they can bring it up by 2030, it'll give them numbers. It'll make sure they'll put the game on lock for a couple years. They want to worry about no fans complaining, no, no, your like the status in gaming, even though that they're OGs with the gaming, they're not gonna fall off anytime soon. But if they can do this, man, no one's gonna complain about this gaming system, the gaming franchise ever again. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Nintendo can bring out these IPs and these franchises back before 2030, they can make so much money and they can just like legit relax. They have been doing it lately, but they can literally just sit back, relax, and take over gaming bit by bit by bit. Well, not as much as PlayStation over, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think they're gonna, overdo themselves, but they can, but they don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Because they gotta last long, you know what I'm saying? But if they could do this though, I'm telling you, for the next 25 years, no one's gonna complain about none of these IPs if they can just bring them back before 2030. And I mean that for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. So yeah, pretty much. So pretty much that is 11 games that I recommend that Nintendo needs to bring back for 2030 so they can make some money and the fans will stop crying and complaining like myself, you know what I'm saying, since I did make this video to bring it out there. So um if these games did come out, especially a Kid Icarus remake or even a part two, yeah, I think definitely I would have to shout at the top of my lungs outside, be like, everybody, Kid Icarus is back, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely, would have to go crazy over it. But you know what I'm saying? So if they can do this, knowing they I don't want to say it, but if they can do it, then I'll be happy. But until then, I'll just wait. And if it does happen, shoot, I'll be hyped as hell. And that's facts right there.